Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on Dummies vs Noobs Roblox. Hope you enjoy. Last time we looked at the mechanics, so today we're going to be looking at the enemies. Enemies are the noobs inside of the game, which you have to fight against to protect your base. If everybody dies, then, well, the game ends. So, the first enemy is infantry, as you can see right now on my screen. Infantry is a very common enemy. They hold rifles and are relatively easy to kill. The dangerous thing about them is when they're in groups. If you find them in a group, try and stay away from them because they can do a lot of damage to you while they're inside of a group. Next up on our list is cloakers. Cloakers are fast, high-ish health enemies. They have no guns, which gives you a slight advantage, but a lot of damage when they come close to you. Their only weapon is their kick. Their kick is very, very deadly, so you should stay as far as you can from them and kill them from a range. If you get too close to a cloaker, then the cloaker will make a loud noise, sprint towards you, and instantly kill you. Overall, cloakers are probably one of the most dangerous enemies, but with a slight disadvantage because they don't have a gun. So just stay as far away as you can from them and shoot them from a distance. Next, we have shielders. Shielders are slow-moving but hard to kill enemies. So, shielders are, well, obviously an enemy with a shield. This shield prevents bullets from getting to them, but the shield is only at the front, so they're kind of just holding a shield in front of them. So this means that the only way that you can damage and kill them is from behind, so you're gonna have to sneak up from behind and shoot them from there. Like cloakers, they have a lot of damage at close range, but they do have a gun. So their gun is a shotgun, and that allows them to do a lot of damage at close range. So once again, like cloakers, you should stay as far as you can and shoot them from far away from behind. Overall, pretty deadly enemy and relatively common, and just stay away from them. Yeah. Now, saboteurs. Saboteurs are quite an interesting enemy because of, well, they sabotage. So, let's say you have a turret or a teleporter, which I'm going to mention some other video. They would come up to your teleporter or whatever item you place down and put some hacking device on your item, and that item will get sapped, or just, it'll just break for a short period of time. If you don't remove the hacking device or whatever is placed upon it, then your item will get removed and you're gonna have to place another one. So, saboteurs have guns. So, like my kit right now, they have 2 pistols, and the pistols do a lot of damage actually. So, they jump around a lot actually, so it's hard to hit them. And they have a very high amount of health, so it's going to be hard to kill them, and they're just pretty annoying. They don't have any like damage between ranges and close range, so kill them from afar or kill them just right in front of them, whatever you prefer. Unlike other enemies, saboteurs aren't really deadly. They're just more annoying. So they aren't really a top priority. Just kind of kill them if you can and remove the devices from your things that you've placed down. Now moving on to a completely different type of enemy. These are armored enemies. Armored enemies are, well, armored, and usually not small arms like rifles, pistols, and everything like that can't really damage them. Our first armored target is, well, a mech. Mechs are slow-moving, high-damage, high-armored enemies with an operator inside. One of the only ways to kill a mech is by shooting the operator inside of the glass container, like I'm doing right now. As you can see, I'm taking a lot of health, so you need a lot of people to take down a mech. The operator also has quite a bit of health, so once again, you're gonna need a powerful gun and a lot of people to get rid of it. Another way to kill it is by using explosive weapons to eventually just destroy the body of the mech, which both kills the operator and destroys the mech itself. So overall, mechs are just enemies that you want to stay away from. Like, don't get too close, don't get in their view, and just stay away from them. They're very deadly and not someone you want to be next to. Finally, our last target, tanks. Tanks are, well, very, very dangerous. They have high amount of health, but are really slow, and you don't really find them that much. They are late game, so that means that they only show up like at wave 7 out of 10. So they're not very easy to find. So tanks have a turret and another turret. So tanks have 2 turrets. So it's main cannon or artillery, which is mostly glitched, shoots an explosive shell, which when it lands, it insta-kills anybody that's inside of the explosion radius. So let's say there's a large group of people, and it shoots at that large group of people. That large group of people is dead. No chance of surviving that. So don't stay in groups when there's a tank around. And the other part of the tank which shoots is the minigun turret. Minigun turrets are almost never glitched, so these ones are, just stay away from tanks. Miniguns, they're like the miniguns that you have inside that you could actually use. So they shoot really fast, they don't do that much damage, but are quite deadly, so yeah. The way to kill tanks is very, very difficult. Since tanks are armored, you can only shoot them from certain places. The front armor plate, which is the angled part on the front, you can't damage from because, well, it's armored. So the only ways you can damage it is through the wheels and through the rear. The wheels do half damage and the rear does full damage. So the only way that you can kill a tank is by using explosives or small arms weapons. So small arms like rifles and pistols, like I said before, won't be able to kill tanks. So you're gonna need a rocket powered grenade, an RPG, or a shockwave device, or something like an armor peeler, which is an upgrade for the marksman case. So tanks, probably the most dangerous target in the game. You should stay away from them at all costs, and just go behind them, shoot them with a rocket launcher or something, and just get rid of them first, because they are really, really something that you don't want to fight. Bonus, this isn't really an enemy, but it doesn't fit into any other section, so, I'm just gonna put it here. So, these are missiles. So missiles come up in after every intermission. So how to tell where a missile's gonna land? There's going to be a giant red spot on the ground, and that's the blast radius of the missile. If you go straight into the middle of that blast radius, then you're gonna die. Or if you go somewhere on the outside of the blast radius, then you're just gonna get damaged. But yeah, the further you get into the game, the more missiles they're going to be, and yeah, they're just going to be quite annoying at times. So missiles are relatively dangerous, quite annoying, and you should just run away whenever there's one that's close to you. Also, if you don't know if there's gonna be a missile around you, always look up. Is just in case like it's like sitting on one of the roofs and it might just blast straight into you. So always check above you. Infantry, cloakers, shielders, mechs, tanks, missiles, these are all enemies inside the game. So they are all relatively dangerous, and they are all things that you should stay away from. They're all things that you can kill except for the missile, and they are all things that are enemies inside of game. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!